Hey guys, what's up? It's Steven. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be building our very own EDF jet glider, I think. Okay, so anyways, I basically went to Canadian Tire, which is like, I guess for you folks living in the US is Canadian Lowe's, I'm guessing. But anyways, I went to Canadian Tire, bought two AirHogs chuck glider. So these are, they call it stunt glider, but it's really just a chuck glider. And it's 4 feet wide, so it's not that big, but it's not that small either. This is a comparison of the fuselage. And I bought two just in case it broke apart in the thing, which it did. So as you guys can see here, it's kind of messed up. This is the tail section that goes right there, but it's a little bit too far. There you go. It goes like that right there on top, and then on the bottom it's just messed up. Okay, so it's not in the best condition, but I'm gonna carve this out to see, you know, how much weight I can cut while still making it look cooler, because this is light, but I'm gonna be adding electronics, so it's gonna be pretty, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's gonna be lighter for sure. So these are the wings. The thing is very bendy, so I'm gonna add some carbon fiber rods. This is the tail section, and I got the hot glue heating up to glue on this tail section still. And then for this challenge, I'm gonna basically put this EDF engine on top, like so. I think I'm just gonna put it like right here, like that. And then it's gonna be very, very fast because this is very powerful. And this jet, or this, I guess, chuck glider is very, very light. So I already throw it outside just to test to make sure it flows. That's why it has that. But that one hasn't been opened yet. So I'm go ahead and do what I can to, you know, fix this and then cut some pieces out to make it look cooler. And I'm gonna see how much weight I saved in foam. So here we go. Okay, so I went ahead and hot wired the whole thing. So now we have, it's not very clean cut, but that's fine because this is only to remove foam and fat, I guess you could say, inside the airplane. So it doesn't matter if this is the thing, we're gonna glue this back on anyways, and it's gonna give us some space for electronics later on. But I'm gonna go ahead and hot wire this whole thing out so I have some space later on. Okay, so now I hot wired cut the whole airplane. Well, only the fuselage actually. So I hot wired cut this. You may be able to see it, but that's the line across the where I hot wired, and it's absolutely hollow inside. But this, as you guys may think, it'll be really weak, but no, it's very, very strong. So after I cut that, and this is all that remains, I put this in the bowl, and that's 12 grams of fat, I guess you could say, or foam removed from the airplane. And I encountered a problem. So when I was test throwing it, there was a right here. I already did it. I already fixed it. But there's a right wing dihedral. So that means that this wing was like this, a little bit bent higher than the left wing, and that caused it to turn left, bank left. But now it flies straight after I did some minor configuring to the wing inside the joint, and then now that's fixed. So after I'm done that, now it's time to, of course, install the motors, but I don't have the motors, so this is part one, and I'm gonna go ahead and start shaping this nose and foam and sand it all out. So here we go. Okay, so perfect. A little update. So this is day 2. Now it's bright outside. So instead of having the engine on the top, I decided that I was gonna put the engine on the bottom. So here we have the, I think, yeah, 50 millimeter EDF 11 blade unit that runs off 4,500 kV, and then we have a nice little intake bump that I sanded, and then it goes into basically there, and then of course we have our tube. I didn't want to make it too long or so it would affect the thrust of the EDF, so I try to make it still look as good as possible while like not affecting the engine of the plane. We have a little rash over here, foam rash, but that's fine. I'll probably cover it with something later. And then I went ahead and glued everything in, so now it's tight as the thing. The cover is upstairs, so I'm not gonna go get it right now. But as you guys can see here, I cut out the inside and then made it smooth with another piece of Dollarama white foam. You just peel this just peel the paper off this, and then it's like Depron basically. So after I did that, I just put that in, and then of course we have our motor down in there, and it's just like that. So I'm not sure about the holes next to the EDF, and I'm kind of worried about that, but I don't think it would affect the plane too much, so I think it would be good. And then also over here, as you guys can see, I have a scale, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the box on top of the scale. Gonna go turn it on, and that's all the stuff we cut out of this airplane, so that's everything basically, and it's at 0 grams. So I think if I do this right and I dump, oops, I'll put that in later, but if I dump all that, and then put that, so we basically have around 10 grams of cut off material we don't need. But of course we have to add in the engine and whatnot. So as long as we can get any grams off, that's gonna be good, because we don't need those grams. It's hollow in here, and if we add more space in between here, then that would be perfect to add like batteries and stuff. So it's actually helping us remove some foam, and it's not affecting the CG by that much at all. So because I have the motor on top of the CG right now, it should be good. Now I just have to worry about the battery and put the battery in ESC and the servos everywhere. And I think we should have a flying plane by next video if I get all the electronics. Currently the electronics are in my other plane, which is the cargo plane that I showed in my last video. So I don't have those ready for this airplane yet, but I will be getting the electronics soon out of it. Kind of sad that I have to ruin it, but I'm gonna try to take it apart so that even if I want to fly my cargo plane back, or this thing doesn't work and it completely totals itself, I can use the electronics and then put them back in the cargo plane without damaging the actual cargo plane itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe next video have the jet ready. But anyways, that's just a little update I fixed on the bottom.